Hey story lovies, welcome to Black My Story Time, where every tale beats with truth, drama, and power. Let's get into it. Episode 9, The Unbearable Weight. The hours dragged on endlessly as she waited, mind restless, heart sore. The idea of him wrapped up with a younger woman, carefree, unbothered, made her stomach turn. But she had to admit it might be her only saving grace. Maybe he wasn't thinking about her at all. It was a haunting thought. Yet, oddly, it offered relief. With that bitter comfort, she finally drifted off, her tear-soaked pillow cold beneath her cheek. Julia felt the sheets yanked from her body, and for a split second, she couldn't tell where she was or what was happening. Then, a sharp tug at her leg pulled her from the bed, and she screamed his name. "Marcus, no, please, no!" She clawed at the sheets, desperate to hold on to something, anything. But it was too late. Her face slammed into the plush white carpet, the same one that once offered comfort and warmth. Now, as blood spilt from her mouth and soaked into the fibers, it felt cold and unforgiving. Pain exploded through her body as he dragged her by the leg into the middle of the room, her limbs flailing like a wounded animal in the wild. The cries that tore from her throat were raw, guttural, primal, and soaked in terror. When she finally looked up and saw his face, a fresh wave of terror hit her. Rage twisted his features into something unrecognizable, demonic. She had never seen him like this before. For the first time, a chilling thought settled in her mind. He is going to kill me. Julia scrambled backwards, trying to put space between them. But he grabbed her leg again and yanked her toward him. "Don't move, you witch!" he hissed, his voice low, controlled and full of venom. "This will be the last time you cross me. Marcus, I didn't mean it. Please just..." She tried to appeal to him, but her words fell on deaf ears. Even as she begged, she knew deep inside that this was her end. "You know not to cross me," he said, his grip still locked around her leg. "Yet you embarrassed me. Went over my head like you run this town." With a sudden yank, he dragged her forward. Before she could react, his fist slammed into her chest, knocking the air from her lungs. Julia gasped, clawing for breath. But there was no time to recover. Another blow landed, this one to her shoulder, sending pain ripping through her body. He swung for her face. She threw her arms up just in time, the impact jarring her bones. Every inch of her screamed as Marcus rained down blow after blow. She begged him to stop, sobbed, promised anything. Somehow she tore herself free and scrambled toward the bathroom, crawling on shaking hands and knees. "Marcus, please, let me leave," she cried. "I swear I'll never come back." Her words meant nothing. Marcus followed her slowly, deliberately, like a predator savoring the moment before the kill. He was lost to his rage. Just as he reached her again, gripping her wrist and yanking her upright, the door burst open. Marcus turned, startled. The brief distraction gave Julia a moment to crawl away, dragging herself to a corner, her body trembling and bruised. "What do you want, Martin?" Marcus roared at the security guard, standing frozen in the doorway. The guard had heard the commotion from downstairs and raced up, duty propelling him forward. But now, faced with the sight of Julia crumpled in the corner, bloodied and barely conscious, he froze. He looked at Marcus, trying to steady his breathing, to suppress the fear rising in his chest. He was supposed to protect them. But this was something else, something monstrous. Swallowing hard, he forced the words out. "Stop, sir! That's enough." He tried to sound firm, commanding. but the words barely came out above a whisper. Marcus looked down at Julia and frowned. Then he glanced at Martin, his expression sharp and questioning, as if weighing whether the two of them were connected. After a moment, he shook his head. Without a word, he turned and walked out, brushing past Martin's shoulder on his way through the doorway. Martin flinched, only relaxing slightly when he heard Marcus's footsteps descending the stairs. He hesitated before moving closer to her, unsure of what, if anything, he should do. Julia was not someone he liked. She was condescending, bossy, and full of herself. She never acknowledged the staff, never bothered to learn their names. It was always, "Hey," or a sharp snap of her fingers to summon attention. But this? No one deserved this. He couldn't call emergency services, not without his boss's permission. He couldn't remove her from the room, and he had no first aid training. So what could he do? Her nightgown was torn, barely covering her. He grabbed a sheet from the bed and gently wrapped it around her. "Thank you," she whispered, her voice trembling as she looked up at him. It wasn't lost on her how many times she had insulted this man. Now she was trying everything to hold her emotions in. "He mustn't see me cry." The swelling on her face was already starting to show. He touched her hand lightly, hoping the small gesture might bring her some comfort. Fresh tears streamed down her cheeks. "Miss Julia," he said softly, "maybe try to clean up a bit. Or I could help you back into bed. She cut him off, her voice hoarse. "It's okay. I'll take care of it." "Are you sure? Do you want help getting to bed?" "You should go," she whispered, "if he comes back and sees you here with me. There's no telling what he'll do. Please, go." He hesitated, torn. "I'm so sorry this happened to you." She didn't respond, just kept crying silently. He knew she was right. If Marcus returned, still in that kind of rage, there was no telling what he might do. And on top of that, the guard had already stepped out of line by speaking up. It was best he left. She managed to scrape herself off the floor and stumbled to the bathroom. The woman staring back at her in the mirror was barely recognizable. It had never been this bad. She tried to clean herself up, but every movement sent a fresh wave of pain through her body. Her face was swollen, her arms and legs covered in bruises, and the ache in her chest made her wonder if a rib had cracked. Tears continued to stream down her face as she wiped them away with trembling hands. She couldn't even blame anyone. Deep down, she had known what she was signing up for. She let his power get to her head when she was still so young, telling herself she was standing by her man, because he was all she had ever known. She had been faithful, his biggest supporter, even when she knew he didn't have her back the way she had his. How could she stay now? Did he even want her to? Would Melanie be the next woman to stand by him? The thought of having nothing to fall back on haunted her. That was one of the reasons she stayed with his abuse. The what-ifs, the I should have, the I could have, none of it mattered anymore. She had never prepared for a life outside of him. She leaned on the wall for support as she made it back to the bed. She shifted, trying to find a position that hurt less, but comfort was out of reach. Her entire body throbbed, every breath a reminder of what she had endured. One thing pulsed through her mind with clarity. She couldn't stay here. As soon as she felt better, she had to leave. If her body weren't so bruised and battered, she would try to leave tonight. "I just need to make it through the night," she whispered to the silence. Sleep was a distant dream. The pain was one thing, sharp, persistent. But it was the fear that kept her eyes wide open. Fear that he might come back. Fear of what he might do next. She was wide awake, her heart thudding in her chest. when she heard a soft knock at the door. For a second, panic seized her. But then she remembered. Marcus wouldn't knock. If it were him, the door would already be off its hinges. She exhaled shakily and called out in a hushed voice. "Who is it?" "Miss Julia, it's me. The security from earlier," he whispered. "Come in." She didn't mind that it was him. Truthfully, she was relieved. Her throat was parched, and there was no way she could make it down the hall to the fridge. He opened the door slowly, creeping in as if expecting someone to jump out at him. He hovered a few feet from her, awkward and unsure. She could see the pity in his eyes, and she hated it. But she didn't say anything. For the first time in a long time, she had to rely on someone. Someone she had looked down on. It humbled her more than the bruises ever could. "Are you feeling okay?" he asked gently. "I'll feel better soon," she replied, her voice barely above a whisper. Another tear slid down her swollen cheek. He hesitated, then took a small step forward. "Look, Miss Julia," he began, his voice low, careful. "You can't stay here tonight." Earlier, after leaving Julia's room, the security guard crept downstairs, running different versions of an apology through his head, each one crafted to keep him from getting fired. This job was the best paying one he'd ever had in town. Working for the big boss came with perks, but it also came with risks, especially if you crossed him. He paused just before rounding the corner to Marcus's home office, tucked near the stairwell. From inside, he heard Marcus's voice, low, controlled, but edged with agitation, carrying through the partially closed door. The guard decided to wait until the call ended. It would give him a few more moments to gather his thoughts. Maybe Marcus would be calmer by then. Then he heard it. Something in Marcus's words stopped him cold. "I need it done tonight," Marcus said flatly. There was a pause as he listened. Then came the next chilling line. "She's not going anywhere. I'm going to tell her she needs to go to the hospital. And when you get her in the car, do what you must. But I don't want her back in this house." Thank you for joining me, my story lovies. Remember, every voice matters, and every story has power. If you love good drama and Caribbean stories, don't just watch. Join the family. Hit subscribe. Thanks again for watching, and stay tuned for the next intriguing episode of When the Crown Falls.